This is Dolynny TV, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning and welcome back to, well, what you've been probably waiting for since we amassed 1,000 views on that NHL 23 Edmonton Oilers franchise mode episode 1. This is, my friends, episode 2. Welcome in, and I hope you're having a great Saturday morning prior to the Battle of Alberta. You can see even the game's thinking about it. It was thinking about it last time, but hey, today's a little bit more special for that, right? So we sit here ready to get the season underway. Now, obviously, last time around, I kind of messed around with the lines, showed you what I was thinking. Here's what I'm actually thinking. Here's what we're going to do to start this season, just in the preseason, even if nothing else. Is I guess I missed one little detail. You got to flip these two guys and pretty much go with the NHL lineup that we are going to see for the Calgary Flames game tonight. However, yeah, there's the exception of Tyler Benson's healthy in this. You've got Ryan McLeod up there instead of Dylan Holloway, just simply because I want to make sure we're staying true to the development curve that NHL 23 is asking me to do for Dylan Holloway. It won't be too quick, won't be too short actually, until he's up there on the third or even potentially second line. That could still be coming sometime this year. The power play looks as such. Yes, we've got Dylan Holloway up there. It gives you a +5 if you got Dylan Holloway up there. So we aren't going to mind that at all. And the power play number 2, where things were struggling a little bit. We're trying to get everybody that needs that ice time on the power play, some ice time on the power play. Try and develop Philip Broberg a little bit as well on the power play. So kind of see how that's all going to work out. Now, quickly, we've added some coaches, fired some coaches. Not our head coach. Our head coach, Maximus, there, he is still in tow. But there we go. We are ready at last to start this season after a little bit of a delay. Obviously, the travel days factor in there quite heavily. So now we are good to see what this Oilers team will look like in this simulation. Now, just for the sake of it, because I can know the simulation engine normally doesn't like to give Connor McDavid the seasons Connor McDavid is capable of, I have turned up the scoring a little bit, so forgive me if you're a little off put by the amount of scoring happening here in this franchise mode. Now let's just get this simulation underway. The upper salary cap, the lower salary cap, the maximum player salary, all that, we already know all about that, right? You've got everything set the way it should be, so there you go, fine and dandy. And this is, you're wondering who this guy is, why his overall is a C, why his age 48, why his salary is that low, and why his years left are. These are scouts, so we'll fix this as soon as we get things rolling here in the next little bit. However, you got Felix Schulz in there as well, and hopefully another guy. Dude, these scouts, let me tell you, I went out last night, and you hear the voice rough. I was up late trying to get things going, and there is our potential goalie coach for the AHL turning us down on this salary, so that's fine. It is what it is. And now all of a sudden our first trade offer of the season, unfortunately with Matthias Janmark, he is one heck of a beauty to have in case somebody gets injured, and secondary to kind of sit there. I'm not going to give up 2 draft picks in Matthias Janmark just to upgrade to 2 third-round picks. There was something else maybe mixed in there. If I was giving up a third and getting a second, I potentially would, but just based on this one right quick, this the first trade. You never accept the first trade, so we'll decline that quickly. There we go. Jeffrey Lavin's in, and we've got ourselves a scouting crew. Now again, here this one, 5th round pick of Matthias Janmark for a 3rd and a 7th. I think Janmark's going to be, just based on this, a very popular player straight away for us on the trade block. That's fine. That's dandy. But right now, I guess we're going to have to deal with quite a few of those trades coming in. And there we go. We think I've got all my scouts. That's one last one. And Lucas Perique. There we go. That is everybody I was trying to sign here as we were going. Perique, I'm just signing for goaltending depth. Obviously, in the minors, you saw Calvin Pickard 77 overall. You saw Olivier Rodriguez 72 overall. But Perique's 70, a fringe starter potential, a guy that can really come in and be part of that bottom tier of the goaltending depth in the Oilers organization here in our franchise mode moving forward. So for the Oilers right now, we are going to get hammered with Matthias Janmark trades by the look of it. This time, though, including Derek Ryan and our second round pick. So you're telling me those two guys are equivalent to a third round pick swapped with a second from New Jersey. No, I'm going to decline that one as well. And we're just going to quickly roll through this because there you go. You're on a third and a third. Wow, these trades are actually getting worse by the minute. And we're just rolling through this preseason too. Big old team roll through. 5-2, and Brett Kulak is fully healed and ready to play. So who do we have playing defense? Or was he just kind of technically out of the lineup for a little bit, and that's really all we're going to care? Because, yeah, he's right there still. So there wasn't anything. We'll have to be careful with that because if you don't see a guy get injured the way I have the settings set up, you shouldn't have to worry about a guy being injured. Stop simulation, please. 6-0-1 in the preseason. Wouldn't we have liked to watch that? That's for sure. How'd those preseason stats turn out? Connor McDavid, 12 points in 7 games played. Not a bad start to the preseason for Connor McDavid. I didn't bother messing around having all the rookies up, whatever you want to say. I didn't find that to be worth it. So we'll simply head our way into this season here. Go to assign scout. Yeah, we might want to move our scouts around quickly. Our guys that came in. You see kind of everyone's kind of fallen into where they need to be so far. Looks like it anyway. As do we have just the one guy I need in the other place? Vasily Grossman. I think I assigned or signed to assign somewhere else, pardon me. So keep that in mind. Here we go. Let's go to Europe quickly. In his region familiarity in the Dell. In the Extraliga, the ice, and in the NLA. There we go. That's what I was looking for. Is an NLA scout, and looks like MLB The Show's downloaded. Nice. Let's see quickly. Let's see quickly what we got. A couple of guys in the Extraliga. This is Schulz here, so we'll change him. Oh, from the Extraliga to where? Where are we sending this guy? We already have a scout there. We already have a scout there. We don't have a scout in the ice. So there we go. We'll send him there. And that means we have one last guy to change around, and it's Hines here. Hines, however you want to say it. Out there, and we will see if we can't send him to the somewhere. Extraliga. This is the SHL. Is that the Allsvenskan? That's the SHL. This is the Allsvenskan. Allsvenskan. Sorry, I always butcher that. Sorry. There we go. Scouts moved. We're good. We're good to go. Alright, cool. Scouts are ready to go. We will get this going, and now we sit here and find ourselves ready for the home opener against the Vancouver Canucks. One moment we have definitely waited for. Of course, I had a blast at the official home opener for the Oilers the other night. That was one of, if not the craziest experiences I've ever had at Rogers Place. It was phenomenal. That's the only way to put it. It was phenomenal. So let's quickly get into this. We'll sim the first 2 games just by watching the game, kind of more or less, not necessarily watch the game, but you know what I mean. If you've watched me long enough to do this kind of thing with me, you know what we're gonna do here is right now go here, goals, and quickly first period. I want to turn this up to 8. Let me turn down the TV volume here. Let's go here, and I'm going to unmute the TV quickly so as I can see this. Evander Kane scoring our first goal of the season, followed up by Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. Oh yeah, baby. And then Kailer Yamamoto to make it 3-0. Ain't seen a Connor McDavid or Leon Draisaitl yet, but we are handing it to the Canucks here nice and early in this period. 12-10 the shots on goal. Let's go get this. Well, second period underway. That's when JT Miller scores, but how about Kailer Yamamoto and then Podkolzin? And the goal scoring is fast and loose here. 4-3 now. Horvat scores on Campbell. The Canucks would like to have Horvat score the other night, I'm sure. And that was a flood of goals there to start the first half of this first period. My goodness, and now it's tied. Wow, all right. The Oilers up 3-0, and instead it's the Oilers this time who blow the 3-goal lead, and we will go into the third period tied after the Canucks storm back for 4 goals in the second period. And now the third period, power play chance, nothing happening until Evander Kane on the power play, baby, gets it done. And now all of a sudden we've got ourselves a 5-goal lead in 7 minutes, just not to choke it here. And 4 minutes now, and there you go. Choked it right on cue. Connor Garland scores, and then JT Miller scores, and we've got a chance with the empty net. And instead it will be JT Miller scoring and Bo Horvat scoring. Wow. That one got away from us quickly. Yikes. 8-5 the final in that one for the Oilers against the Canucks. That was brutal. Yamamoto 3 points, Kane 2 points, Puljujarvi a -5 on the night, and then everybody else a couple of points mixed in there, but that was just not a good go at all. Absolutely choked it to the Canucks. 2 4-goal periods, and Jack Campbell got absolutely lit up there. So now we'll go into this game against Calgary before we fully get the simulation engine underway and see what happens, I guess. That was ugly to say the least. So the Oilers do not start it the way we truly started the game or started the season this year. That's fine. That's dandy. It's a long season and we can get things wrapped up and rolling here in a matter of time. No problem about it. 5-on-4 power play, can't cash in first period opportunity. So now, though, we've got a lot of shots on goal, and this one not quite as quick of a bang, bang, bang as it was for us in that Vancouver game. However, it looks like, and indeed we more than likely will, go a period scoreless. That's the first time that's happened all season. We'll switch ends and get it going. Derek Ryan scores on Jacob Markstrom, followed by a Dylan Dubé power play goal on Jack Campbell. And we are all tied 1 apiece here as power play has been good for the opponents. We had a couple power play goals ourselves, but would like to cash that early first period opportunity. Instead, it's Nicholas Milosh. And then Andrew Mangiapane, 3 goals on the board for the Flames. Another power play here, and they are not going to cash it on there. But that was... You're playing with fire when you go to the box as much as we are. That's 3 power play goals against. 5-1 now. Huberdeau on Campbell. This is not good, folks. Campbell absolutely getting lit up here early on in this season. 5-1 for the Flames, and well, I don't know what to tell you. The Oilers will indeed lose this one here as well. 6-1, sorry, to the Calgary Flames. And yikes. Not a good at all start to the season. We haven't seen Connor McDavid's name much. Tyler Benson, Dylan Holloway, and Derek Ryan combining for the only goal of the game. And you see Derek Ryan had 18 minutes of power or penalty or ice time, which means he was on the penalty kill a lot for us. So now we got to sit there and hopefully start correcting things. And I think the only thing you can do is obviously not seeing the big boys out there scoring goals. Is you got to go out there and change up the lines a little bit and set to start the sim. We'll get through the rest of the month and evaluate what we need to do, but things not looking good in Oilers land to start. Evander Kane coming down to play Draisaitl and Yamamoto. That's going to help. It's going to give us a +1 on the board. And we're going to see if we can't switch that around. That's not going to do us any good. So we will go keep things as is. And again, getting torched on the penalty kill is not going to help us. But end of the day, I don't know who else based on our penalty kill we have to use. So quickly, let's go get this going. We're going to have to get down to this Nashville Predators game here on the first. An 8-5 loss and a 6-1 loss to go. Like I said, I did turn up scoring. I didn't think that much, but apparently I did. 5-1 win, though. Of course, we can't sim for the first win of the season. 4-1 loss. Okay, scoring's kind of coming back down to normal here. And Nugent Hopkins is ready to play. Good, cool. That doesn't really matter. 4-3 win. All of a sudden, we've got something cooking here until we lose 6-2. And then the St. Louis Blues, we lose 5-2 to Chicago. We lose, well, we win 3-2 in overtime. Okay. In the last battle of Alberta here, we are going to get our revenge. 7-3. We're 4-5-0. to start the season. We are solidly 6 points back of first place, the Seattle Kraken, in this upside down world we're living in this simulation, in first place. 11 points in 9 games played for Leon Draisaitl, who's a 93 overall this year. It's good to see. Connor McDavid's got 10 points. Kane's up to 8. Nuge is up to 6. Puljujarvi's got 6. You've got Dylan Holloway with 5, so that's solid to see. He's really shooting well on that fourth line. Same with Derek Ryan. Tyson Berry's got 5. Yamamoto Broberg's got 4. Benson's got 4. Hyman's got 4. Kulak's got 3. Bouchard's got 2. And then you got everybody else kind of struggling to get anything going. And Cody Ceci without anything really there. Goaltending wise, it looks like it's time. I set this so as we always give Stuart Skinner a chance. It looks like it is time to get Stuart Skinner a chance to start 2 games in a row here. Jack Campbell is struggling. 879 save percentage, 376 goals against average. Guy is hurting here. But we will quickly, before we get Stuart Skinner in net for the next 2 games of simulation, we're going to go to the AHL quickly and see what's happening down there. Janmark, Kemp, Bourgault. You got Kostin, McKay, Cuckoo, Niemelainen, Petrov, Lavoie, Tullio. So quite a few guys adding in points there, and then everybody else kind of doing their thing as well. You see Justin Bailey not really adding much. How about the goalies down on the farm? How good of a season are we having? How about Kelvin Pickard? 908, 280. Where is that at the NHL level? 4-2 are the Bakersfield Condors after several games played down there to start the season. So now we want to go out there and quickly, just for the next 2 games or so, we could probably do the next 3 games, go flip the goaltenders for both squads. As we'll get, of course, Olivier Rodrigue into the roster for the Condors for the first time this season. Flip him with Calvin Pickard, and then we'll go flip Stuart Skinner and Jack Campbell. Of course, we'll kind of actually just flip these guys for 2 games, and then we'll see what happens as we go along here and get Jack Campbell a little bit of rest, because it looks like he needs it. That's the problem. Jack Campbell is hurting here to start the season. Almost a 4.0 goals against average. So now with the flip there and the lines kind of turned around, we will do our first actual sim of the season here with this new look Oilers lineup. And right away it's Philip Forsberg scoring, not even wasting a minute and 35 seconds. And then not even 5 minutes to score 2 goals, and then Niederreiter scoring his 3rd goal for the team. So now the Oilers in a hurting position, and the goaltending is just sloppy here for us to start this season. Dylan Holloway, though, the power play goal, the guy is just eating it up, shooting well, scoring a bunch of goals. And now the Predators have themselves a power play to end the period. Doesn't do anything with it, do they? So now we get a power play. It doesn't happen to be anything of substance. Another 5-on-3 power play here, and it's Puljujarvi capitalizing a goal there. So his first of the season gets us going. And now it's 3-2 and 3-3 as Warren Foegele scores only his 2nd point of the year. And now all of a sudden we got something cooking here as we are tied 3-3 going into the 3rd period. So just a little bit of jitters there for Stuart Skinner in his first start of the season. And now a chance for us to really come out and win this hockey game in the back half of the 3rd period. And time winding down here, this looks like it might be potentially an overtime game if they have something to say about it. And we do. So we go to overtime here. 5 minutes, 3 minutes, 2:58, 1:56. And how about that? We will head to the shootout where the Nashville Predators win it, going Duchesne, McDavid, Duchesne, or Forsberg, sorry, why did I say Duchesne twice? I don't know what I'm doing. But that was a much better result than getting absolutely blown up. And you look at this here, McLeod a point, you got Holloway a point, Puljujarvi a point, Foegele a point, Hyman a point, Barry, Kane, and Nugent Hopkins. Again, another night where we don't see Draisaitl and McDavid when we sim it out. So now we got to see. I just might be bad luck for our goaltenders when we come to simming, but there we go. We at least get a point out of the matter. We're going to see if we can't get Olivier Rodrigue into that game. See what he did in that one. He lost 4-0. So again, the goal scoring chooses not show up for our goaltenders when we run a simulation game. That's always lovely to see. The Devils, though, to their surprise, 6-3-1 this season and rocking and rolling to start the year. We start out 6 shots on net, but instead give up the first 2 goals of the game. On the first 3 shots of the game, we give up the first 3 goals of the game. Start 3 ripped down again in this hockey game. And I mean, the simulation scoring, I know it's higher, but we are getting absolutely torn to shreds here. Cece, potentially his first point of the season is a goal. Then Dougie Hamilton comes in this first period is an absolute shootout mess here. 4-2 for the Devils after 1, but Draisaitl, there we go. He picks it up and finally gets a goal going, and now it's 4-3. So halfway through the game, you got to hope that the Oilers can start turning this around and start romping around the Devils. Zach Hyman scores an even strength goal. There we go, 4-4. And then Johnsson scores for the Devils. So that'll kind of kill our momentum right quick. That's okay. We'll survive. We got another period of hockey here to get an Evander Kane goal. There you go. The guy's on pace for like 35 goals this season, the way he's out there shooting. Be nice to see Dylan Holloway pick up a goal here on the power play to get us going. You got 10-1-9, nothing. Power play. And it's Holla scoring off the boards for the power play marker. 6-5, 7-5. Thomas Tatar right on the doorstep. And that is it. That is all she's going to write for this one. Another loss there. And now all of a sudden, Stuart Skinner does no better than Jack Campbell. Comes in and gives up a ton of goals to start. 10 goals in 2 games. And we are hurting here for goaltending, if anywhere. 4-6-1 on the season. Got a trade offer coming in for a third, a fourth, and Matthias Janmark for a second and a third in 2024. I want picks in 2023. Come on now. I'm going to pick out of this great draft class. The Stars, those 3-7-1. So you got to hope. You got to hope that we can start turning this around right here, right now. We'll get through November, and that will be it. That will be all for goaltending. But hey, I don't know what to say about them. They're struggling. So Stuart Skinner, his stats, a .142. What? That doesn't make sense. I mean, it kind of does make sense. I guess. Oh, never mind. He got pulled after. I wasn't paying attention, is what that says. He got pulled after every single first 3-goal start, is what happened to Stuart Skinner. So if you've ever seen a goalie rock a .142 save percentage, which I haven't, you now get to do it. 38.03 goals against average and 7 shots against, 6 goals against. So all of a sudden, Jack Campbell does a lot better and brings his goals against average down a little bit. 11 games played, and we are struggling for goaltending. I did not expect that to be the problem here to start. Olivier Rodrigue, a .900 save percentage, a win, a .288 goals against average. Right, you like to see it, but unfortunately not the result for the Oilers starting goalies that you want to be seeing here early on in this NHL season. So the Condors are 5-3-0 and the Oilers are 4-6-1. My goodness, if we start out that way, we're going to have a problem in Edmonton, that is for sure. So we'll quickly go the next 5 games, see what the Oilers can do here, and see if we can't turn this around quickly. As the Dallas Stars, we win 4-2. That was hopefully the result we needed. We win 4-1 there. Tyson Barrie's back ready to go. And it's Devon Shore a third for, no, I don't exactly think I'm going to give up my $850 contract there. 3-2 to the Tampa Bay Lightning. Carolina's going to be a 5-4 shootout loss. We will just head coach replace player on that one, as Matvei Petrov is injured. And Dylan Holloway's quickly just a little banged up, ready to go again against Florida. And best lines down in Bakersfield, might as well. See what they can come up with there. And yeah, 6-8-2 in the basement of the Pacific Division. Obviously not the worst team in the NHL. The Blues, 2 wins, 11 losses so far. Yeah, we're going to have to go to the end of this month and see if there's a trade we have to make here to try and figure something out. Will head coach replace Zach Hyman? Yep, might as well. And just quickly go there. Kyle Burrows on waivers. Decline that. Don't need Kyle Burrows. And Matvei Petrov is ready to go in Bakersfield. So we win 5-2 against the against those guys. The whoever we were playing. Tyson, shut up. That's all I can say. Janmark and a yikes. These trades just keep. I mean, a third and a seventh for Janmark and a fifth. That's actually not bad. But again, that third's in 2024. So we're sitting here hurting for goaltending. 7-8-2. Draisaitl's got 21 points. And for some reason, we can't figure out how to score goals and score goals in bunches here. This is killing me. Puljujarvi and Yamamoto, I think we're going to flip. And I don't know why top line Devon Shore was a thing. That's why I only let him go up there for the time being. We'll get top line Dylan Holloway up there for now. Unless we can go like that. No, we'll go top line Dylan Holloway. And we'll go here and get Derek Ryan and Tyler Benson up there on the top line. Actually, we could probably do that and probably be just fine. Ryan McLeod, who only has 3 points in 17 games, and Tyler Benson, who has 7 in 17. Actually, not bad depth scoring. And Mr. Dylan Holloway, who has 5 goals and 4 assists in 17 games played. Connor McDavid, though, mighty quiet, 19 points in 17 games played. Not quite the Connor McDavid of regular, considering he's got, 4 points in 1 game to start the actual NHL season. Not bad at all. So let's get this month over with. Let's get this 26-minute episode over with. And let's go crush this off here and finish off this terrible situation we find ourselves in to start the year. Mr. Vegas, Golden Knights, what do you got for us? As that's going to be a 6-3 win. It was convincing. There we go. We like to see that. 4-3 loss immediately following, though. And now Zach Hyman is back in, fully healed, so we'll get our lineup to full strength. Devon Shore coming out. And you see Devon Shore actually scored a goal in 2 games. That's production. We'll take that out of Mr. Devon Shore, that's for sure. We'll move up Zach Hyman there, and we'll go there, and Dylan Holloway on the third line. Dylan Holloway, who ends up jumping up. Ooh, that hurt. That hurt really bad. Ends up jumping up to 12 points in 18 games. Don't mind me at all. That's a good get there for Dylan Holloway, who definitely liked seeing that top line time. And potentially, you know what we're going to do to balance out scoring? We're going to go there and move to Evander Kane. No, Evander Kane's got 21 points in that many games. We're not going to mess around with that. And now Draisaitl with 24 and Connor McDavid only with 21. So, okay, we're going to keep that top line rolling because they were doing things right. And now all of a sudden the simulation engine is broken again as Dylan Holloway will be out of the lineup until December 5th, 2022. There you go. That would figure we move things around to accommodate there to try and get Dylan Holloway some more time. And instead Holloway gets injured, and that will mean we'll move in, of course, Devon Shore again, who is point per game player so far, or half point per game player so far. So if you were getting that on Devon Shore in the actual NHL, you wouldn't mind that at all. And for some reason, the simulation is all kinds of broken here. So we'll just quickly move this up here. And we are 3-2 win against the New York Islanders. 9-9 on the season. So we got 3 games. If we can sweep them and go on a 4-game win streak, we'll be rocking and rolling. But Darnell Nurse out with a mild concussion here. So head coach replaces player because Ryan Murray is on the roster. We'll let Ryan Murray come in place of Philip Broberg, who may very well be done for the season. Brad Malone is out with a hip pointer, and we are 1 win away from turning this season around. Instead, we go 11-9-3 and claw back in to a wild card position. You gotta like that, that is for sure. So here we go. We're at the 30-minute mark. Leon Draisaitl up to 30 points in 23 games played. He's all of a sudden turning it on and leading this team. You like to see that. Connor McDavid, 29 points. Evander Kane, 25. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, 19. Then you got Puljujarvi with 19. Hyman with 19 or 16. in only 21 games played. Yamamoto with 13, Holloway obviously with 12 in his 20 games, Benson with 9, Derek Ryan with 9, Bouchard with 9, Broberg with 9. Broberg's actually having a decent little season. Never mind, I think we might be keeping him up and around for the time being. McLeod with 8, Barry with 8, Nurse with 6, Kulak with 6, CC with 3, and you see Ryan Murray comes into the lineup and all of a sudden starts things out with 2 goals in 2 games, shooting 40%. Don't mind me, Warren Foegele. So folks, I think the draw to the lineup is you are going to have to get me your Warren Foegele trades together here. Because, well, at the end of the day, he's got 2 points, a -6 in 23 games played, and he is playing his way off this roster that desperately needs one extra piece of scoring punch somewhere, and that would be definitely what we are looking for, to trade Warren Foegele at the end of this episode. I knew it would be way too easy to have said that in episode 1. I might have said that in episode 1, but now to say it for real here in episode 2 is not too much of a stretch. See Warren Foegele at 80 overall. Quickly check for trades on him. We can get Nathan Beaulieu. We can get a 7th round pick, and a 7th round pick for Warren Foegele. So nobody wants the salary for that player, Nathan Beaulieu. Just kind of quickly go look at this trade, see what's it's looking like here. It's got to give me the tutorial. And Beaulieu, let's quickly look at him. 78 overall, 5 games played, and 1 assist on the season. Obviously, we prefer to have, of course, Ryan Murray in the lineup when there's an injury on the defense. So it's going to be a Warren Foegele, more than likely, for a 7th round pick, unless you guys are looking to package a pick and try and get a better pick out of it. Let me know, folks, in the comments section down below. I'm Tyson. This is Dolynny TV. Thank you so much for tuning in to episode 2 of the Edmonton Oilers franchise mode here on the channel. I will catch you in the next one.